Okay, your basics. Now I'm going to do a rundown of what you're going to start implementing, start putting in through your day. And once again, this is looking at self-reflection. Okay, going within you and understanding who you are. The first one's a fun one. It's bringing out your inner child. Okay, because as we grow up and as we start learning from our parents, we're taught to be responsible, right? But there's a balance of it. Because where is your creativity? Where is your imagination? That is considered to be your inner child. Having fun, bringing out an awe in you. So I'm going to give you different little exercises to try to do through your day. Like pick an hour to do them. Work on one of these little games. I call them games. Games throughout your day, at the end of work. But you just try to fit it in somewhere. So your first one is going to take the time to look at the sky. Cloud hunt. That's what I like to call it. So you look at clouds and see if you can find different shapes, different animals, different things in the clouds. What this is going to do is it's almost like a type of form of meditation, but you're going to block out your day. You're going to block out the things going on and be in that moment and move with the clouds and find your imagination. So looking at the clouds. This is homework, yo. So at one point in your day, just look up into the sky. And maybe there might be no clouds that day. But it's finding your inner creativity, your imagination, your awe-ness in life. Okay, cloud hunting. Another game to do is looking at nature. I want you to find shapes in nature. I want you to look at a tree and imagine what voice that tree has. A bush. And see if that bush could tell stories about how many people has passed by and what has happened. I want you to find what nature would tell. What's the story nature would tell? Either about how the sun was sunny that day or the random people that they got to people watch that day. What the grass would say, what the dirt would say. What is something in nature that you can just stare at and allow your imagination to run with it? This is finding your inner child, finding your awe-ness. Okay? So we have cloud hunting and we have like nature talk. Finding what shapes you can find in the trees, how they would speak, what stories they would tell. Okay? And then my next one is a fun one that I would do all the time because I lived in a big city when I was going through this growth. So as you run errands, as you go through your day, find out what people are from what planet. They're aliens, okay? I don't worship them. I don't interact with aliens. I have nothing to do with them. But this is a fun way of bringing out your inner child, okay? So, like, as you go to the store, you know, I want you to start finding different objects from people. Like, see how many aliens are from the red shoe planet, okay? See how many red shoes you can find. Or white. Pick a color, anything. Find the aliens that have black hair. Find the aliens that are crabby. Because really, ultimately, they're not crabby. That's just how they all act and talk on their planet. So it makes it more fun. This helps you with judgment as well. So you don't judge people. You're just bringing fun back into it and not giving them a label or placement. but you're giving them a planet. And this is just like when people are from different countries. We are all raised differently and we're taught different things. And that's just where you're from. So, how many aliens can you find from how many different planets? This is a good, fun way to bring out your inner child. Like, even like, I always say too, like, sometimes I might find all the bearded aliens because they come from the bearded planet. Or some of the children come from a children planet and they act a certain way. It's just something fun. It's like I Spy. But since we're running errands, we're interacting with people, it brings out your inner child. Because normally you'd say, oh, that person's angry, and then feed that, okay? Feeding is giving attention to. You don't need to judge. We don't need to have that negative, bad commotion going on in our day. And we don't want to put that on somebody either. So it's a good way to flip it, spin it, change it. Okay? So finding your inner child, these are 3 fun games that I want you to start playing through your day, through your week. Cloud hunting. Seeing what nature has to tell you. Focusing on it. When you're interacting with people, how can you make it fun and blissful and awe? Where is your awe? And this is part of inner work. So this is homework. Set an alarm on your phone. Make a sticky note to remind yourself that you're going to do something like this to bring out your inner child. And this is part of the basics.